I'm Ludlow from Mills Reeve Solicitors. I work in the real estate team there. I also lead the sustainability group and I sit on the BPF Sustainability Committee. So I think landlords and tenants are now realising that they have to work together, and there's a change in the adversarial relationship that there used to be between landlords and tenants, and they're realising that in order to both achieve their targets, because both landlords and tenants are setting their own net zero and sustainability targets, they need to work together and collaborate to do this. So we're seeing a lot more conversation between our clients, between our landlord clients, our tenant clients, thinking about what can they do to improve the environmental performance of their buildings, what measures and works do they need to take in order to get there, and the real alignment of their environmental objectives in order to do this. There's a lot of discussion about costs and cost sharing. That's always the sort of fundamental issue that it comes down to. Who's going to pay for these improvements? And again, much unlike sort of historical relationships as you might expect, we're really seeing parties willing to talk to each other about this, willing to be open to ideas and solutions, because there are benefits on both sides. The landlord will get an improved building, and we're seeing signs certainly in the market of green premiums and certainly brown discounts if the premises aren't up to scratch. There's just no demand for them. And for a tenant, you improve the environmental performance of the building, you improve the energy efficiency, and therefore you save energy costs, which is obviously fundamental to everyone at the moment. I think green leases are really important here as a backstop for the landlord and the tenant to really get out in the first stages of the relationship what the parties intend to achieve, how they want to work together, and a real cementing of the ideas behind that and what they can do together in order to achieve their objectives. And so I think fundamentally the one thing that clients tell us again and again is that they really want to be able to share data with tenants. So to be able to collect that data from their tenants and share it together and work together to improve it, because if you need to improve your environmental performance, you need to measure it, and you need ways of recording that. So data sharing clauses fundamental to both parties, and also using your green lease as a way to document how the building will be operated and managed going forward, dealing with tenant alterations and what restrictions you might want to put on that. If you're a landlord and you've developed a very impressive high environmental performance building, you'll want to ensure that any works that a tenant does down the line don't interfere with that or damage it in any way. And equally, as a tenant, you will have your own standards and targets to reach, and you don't want a landlord necessarily doing any works, again, that might harm you or damage the energy efficiency of the building. So again, it's coming back to that collaborative relationship between the parties. So at Mills Reeve, we're working very closely with our clients through our sustainability group and through our real estate team, talking to them about their requirements, getting a really good understanding of what is driving landlords and tenants in this area. And obviously ESG and sustainability questions are fundamental to all our clients now. So we support them with the green lease provisions they can put in. We also put in green provisions into our building contracts and other documents, agreements for lease and sale contracts, to really help cement that relationship between the parties right from the outset.